Vegas. D, you're on the Savage Nation.
Your show, and I appreciate you doing everything you're doing for this country. And I flew in from Las Vegas. I went to Atlanta first, and there was probably a third of that flight from Atlanta on a Thursday night heading into D.C., going just to the rally.
Oh, it must have been a beautiful flight. Was it exciting?
It was. It was. You had a sense of unity and honor and just faith that, you know what, we're going to get through this. But I stayed overnight on the mall. There had to have been 20, 25,000, maybe 50 that actually stayed overnight. And just
wait a minute. I didn't know this. You're saying people camped out on the mall?
Oh, my hell, yeah. There were thousands, tens of thousands that camped out.
And this went unreported by the verminous leftist vermin in the media?
Because, you know why? They say that you cannot sleep. I mean, there were plenty of people sleeping. There were people up playing cards. I got maybe 3 hours of sleep. And it's just, they have this...
But this is one of the greatest events of our time. One of the greatest events of our time. And they say there was 17,000 people, and they don't even report about the spirit there at the nighttime. They don't report on the right numbers, and they wonder why their newspapers are going out of business and why people are turning off network news.
Michael, I agree. It was amazing. And
I got to say this, D, with all due respect to Glenn Beck, who created this, and there is due respect to it, you got to say something about the American people, is that when they're called to duty, they come out. And I don't organize rallies. I've given up on that a long time ago. I'm a lot older than the people in the media today. You might say I started it all with my compassionate conservative conventions. It doesn't matter who gets credit. I really don't care. All I can say is pulling off a thing like this, as orchestrated as it was, is one of the most difficult things on earth. Unto itself, it was worthy of a Hollywood production. Can you name another rally that drew this many people that you've seen in the last few years? I can't. I honestly can't. Let's say even on the other side. Tell me the other side, and tell me a number that ever got a crowd like this. The last time I saw a crowd like this in any number was the Million-Man March, the Black People's March. Do you remember a number of years ago? I think at Bill Clinton's time, was it?
Right, and the fact was with that, it was what they reported, maybe 354, and the fact that Louis Farrakhan turned around and tries suing the media or whoever reported the number of that. You mean because they underreported it at 354 when it was closer to 1 million? Is that the point? Right. That was their point, that they said there was, and you know what? There's, to me, looking at every photo, not only of this rally, but of rallies in the past, because I was very curious to see how many people were going to show up. To me, 750 to 1 million is a very reasonable number, and it just blows me
And when you woke up Sunday morning and you saw the lack of coverage, or the coverage that was disrespectful, dismissive, and vastly underreporting, what feelings did you have?
I was sick to my stomach. I was up half that night just watching anything I could of different stations.
That's right, and you saw almost nothing. C-SPAN, to their credit, covered it for a brief period of time, as hard focused on a small segment of the crowd as they could get to make it look smaller. And then they broke away to something that had been done on Wednesday, and they didn't rerun it on the next day, which this is the biggest news C-SPAN has had in its modern career. And yet the so-called public in Lamb chose to cut away as soon as they could and underreport it, number 3, and then break away to something else, number 4. So where did the people see the picture of the rally? Where did you actually see a true representation of the million people who were there? Where did you see it? I saw it only on the Drudge Report. Where did you see it?
That's probably one of the best ones, but there are a few within where he has, maybe 30. It depicts a lot of them, but...
So it's on a few different websites that the actual crowds were seen. Thank you very much for attending, and God bless America. 1-800-449-8255, michaelsavage.com. New York, Steve, you were there on the mall. Tell us what you saw.
Yeah, Mike, I got to tell you, the place was packed out, and I only saw one media report after I got home. And that, you're not going to believe who I saw do the report to. It was this morning. It was the son of the garbage man. You follow me?
Wait, the son of the garbage man?
No, it was the son of the son of the garbage man. Sounds like a potato chip. You get me?
No, you'll have to use the actual. I know we talk in code on this show. You don't mean Meatloaf Jr. on Fox News, do you?
Oh, no, Russert's kid.
Oh, he's still around?
I was used to Oral Savage talk with you. No,
wait, I'm so detached from my own nomenclature, I didn't know who you were referring to. Okay, Tim Russert is the garbage man's son, but Tim Russert died.
Exactly. Now the son of the garbage man is doing false reporting.
Well, where does the son of the garbage man work?
He works for MSNBC. He does reports in the field, I guess.
And what is this? Wait. So what is the garbage man's grandson's name?
Luke. Luke Russert.
So the garbage man's grandson is another a minion of the far left, sending out disinformation? That's the best this hack can do?
Yeah, if I'm lying, I'm dying, Mike. Have your team Google it. I'm not lying to you.
Anyway. No. I didn't know who you were. I forgot my own nomenclature already, because Russert died. So I didn't know that the guy, he's the son of a guardian, but I didn't know that the garbage man produced the grandson of this low caliber.
He's shoveling garbage, Mike. And, he was so keen on events that he was reporting out of Ohio. He wasn't even there, and he's telling you what happened.
Well, I think CBS said there was 17,000 when there were 1 million. But the truth is what's important. The truth is that Obama disrespected 1 million people and said he paid no attention to the rally. How does that fit with you when you know he intervened with the Ground Zero Mosque on behalf of, let's say, 4 to 6 agitating Muslims who want to build an insult to America's memory of 9/11? He has time for that, but he says he paid no attention to a rally of 1 million people? What does that tell you about Pinocchio?
Mike, I got to tell you quite honestly, I'm not a fan of the guy. He's the President of the United States, though. But when I heard him with his comments Sunday, he almost looked like a wounded animal. He didn't have any of that.
Well, he is destroying the party. The Democrats realize that he has destroyed the Democrat Party. They know that.
Terrible.
And there is a the word I'm looking for escapes me right now. In England, just before the dawn of World War II, the Brits had the equivalent of Obama, who before he was elected, I said he will either be like him or even worse. And they were going to war with Germany, and there was a vote amongst the liberal socialists in England, the Labour Party, and they actually voted him out of their own party because they said he's not a war leader, and it would be. They were afraid if they kept him in power, the Germans would defeat England. Do you know the name of that British statesman who was thrown out by his own party?
I don't know, Mike. No.
Neville Chamberlain. Neville Chamberlain was he wasn't the quisling, he was a weakling. He was a weakling leader who kept apologizing for whatever Hitler did, and Britain was on the verge of war with Germany, and the liberal Democrats got together and they threw him out of their own party because they knew that they would lose the country to Hitler. There's a great parallel between what I just said about Neville Chamberlain and the Democrat Party today with Obama. If we lived in a parliamentary system, there's a high likelihood that they would pass a vote of no confidence and dismiss Obama and take him out of office right now and put someone else in, and I doubt it would be Joe Biden, because Joe Biden is a frat boy and completely dishonored by his own party. He's not a leader as well. He's another one disconnected from reality. They need a real leader, and they don't have one right now. So what I'm saying is it's highly likely that the Democrats know all of this. The power and the money behind the Democrats recognize that Pinocchio is going to destroy the party, wouldn't you say?
I would have to agree with you. And, Mike, if there's one thing I can say about that rally, people came from all over the country. They really do owe a big round of applause to the D.C. police and all of that crew that works those traffic corners to cross people. It went off without a hitch, and that's who. And really
there was no violence. There was no violence. There were no racist posters. There was no N-word, and consequently, the garbage men in the media did not want to report on this incredibly important, seminal moment in American history. I appreciate the call. The time right now is your time to call 1-800-449-8255. If you'd like to suggest what day we should have on Tuesdays in the future, Monday, restaurants and food, Wednesday, economy and money, Thursday, nutrition and health, Friday, religion and philosophy. Tuesday is still open. If you have a suggestion as to what we should cover on Tuesdays, give me a call. I'll be back.